to my house. Commerce Gardens has free Wi-Fi and cable and all units to make up for the pool on the units. What else? There was the plan decades ago, wasn't it? What else? It's a good deal for some. Like aesthetics, like paying for my cable. That looks good. Oh, it gets them out of their stuck too. Some people maybe there doesn't accept housing vouchers. My mommy just gives me money for rent, hoping that I kill people that I hate in self-defense because they steal from me. You've never heard that too. I've never met anyone like me. What else? I'm truly victim one to a lot of people. What else? Latino poverty doesn't exist. People say it's a ripple effect of how stupid my family origin is. For the most part, that they're bigots. So Latinos suffer sadly. And every other culture. Sadly gets in the know of how my family origin is for the most part stupid. Some people are like that by law. Anyways, so that may be a good way to get them out with free Wi-Fi if they, I'm here watching a sitcom on CNBC. Network on Facebook. Set up a PayPal account. What else? Ask for free money. Being gifted. And some people stay. It's like a way out, but out of poverty. Some people stay living in those places. They're like, I don't see anything. With this, I may even pay rent. I like the location I picked it when it was brand new. What else? I was dated and I was Sinani on my second day of posting on Facebook without mentioning the names of the people that steal from me, that get me the money, that take my homes, that have my permission. That steal my papers. That only lasted a few months. I didn't remember their names for the most part. I was speech impaired in 2020. He behaves like a pimp. Ill at times or gathers leeches that he puts some drugs. And he rapes and gets raped by them. Hoping that they would have done a good job by getting me to kill myself before I got up his name or his picture. Thank you to Arlene Lorenzo for providing a picture of your nephews for me to share on Facebook. And say that each steals from me so gross. I was hoping I didn't have to get to that part. What else? I filed police report a few days ago. Investigated this man who raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. What else? And more. You can give me money in person to PayPal. It's a Aerial Sign, Design School, straight to my heart.
While the bus is in motion and until the bus comes to a complete stop. Por favor de permanecer sentados y sujetados de pasamanos mientras el autobús está en movimiento y hasta que este se detenga por completo.
And you these days would come. I'm not always stuck on the same near station. Sometimes it goes for a while, like I listen to this thing. Lately it feels like I'm stuck all the time. What else? a burger today. Normally, I'm heading over to Catholic Charities to get a sandwich. If they have it, I only have $42 of food stamps left. I don't feel like getting free food during the weekends at those churches. So I saved money for bread, peanut butter, chocolate pudding, maybe a yogurt or salad here and there. My food stamps get deposited on the 25th. I missed it. For everyone that feels that you can only to be separated from in retaliation for me not letting them rape myself. There are people that are related to my parents and they're suckers. They're embarrassing. They're people of adult age.
Approaching cover and activate.
I like the color of that bronco. I like that bronco. Pero maybe one have I look like a bronco. What else? I want pizza from Royal Grocery today. Or from South Florida's Pizzas. I want to shop at H&M today. I want to live a Jane Kilani 300 Main. I want to live a Jane at the Arts Residences, at the Thompson, or our house, or the Floodgate, or the Dominion. What else? I think I owe Puerto Rico for myself to do money to get to Puerto Rico. I'll most likely be hiring a lawyer so I don't bother people with like where's the key, who has it. What else? He did a test on honesty back then. Yeah, I objected to that. It's like, well, since you will be in a home-based housing for the most part, you know what hotels are. What else? I'm just gonna give the keys to your home to people and be like, well, the right times, these are the right times. Give her the keys. Instead, they went on to stay in my home without my permission. So they're just the worst than heel villains. They pretend to be me. Literally, some of them had babies, some of them married a black guy, hoping to unlock that restaurant that my dad plans to build for when I marry a black guy, just for fun. That was like for fun. My dad was like, I'm bored and I need a new project to take to a lawyer to like unlock a certificate and have this. If you were to marry a black guy, what will that look like? I'm like chicken and waffles. Sofrito, fossility plantains. I don't know if he couldn't hold the project completely, change everything because the wrong people found out about it and they went out like, I'm marrying a black guy, I'm marrying a black guy, I'm marrying a black guy. I need to marry a black guy to see if that restaurant comes out if I'm more important than Arlene. They're stupid, mostly everyone that I grew up around. So my dad said to me, possibly with them or another project, I just put it away. I'm not gonna put it out there. You can marry a black guy, those leeches without the fun of it. ¿Qué asco for? Ew. And they worship and see this. They're stupid, you monster. And how they worship him. Slightly annoyed at his like that I'm never at those orgies where people get raped. Like I have to worship. Like they're raping me thinking of you. So it gets unnerving sometimes. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. You can give me money through PayPal. It's AR the sky beside sky, like a sipping sun, goes straight to my yard. Arlene Lorenzo, our shop, ANTAYIAFAY, entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo -Acevedo. You can give me money in person if I trust you. It's May 7, 2025. Yeah, accepts card payments. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to shop H&M today and watch them get out next year. Give me money. I would order room service at the Grand Hyatt, read books, watch TV for like a week, shop at H&M or Target. That's at the winter. Then take my purchases with me to my apartment at Buenos Aires. And I got cable in my apartment. Some people do that because I hate the background noise of cable. So I just occasionally to be one of those that knows what a TV is, stays at a hotel for a few days, or has them to a bar, or sometimes these offices at hotels have drinks that one can buy, so one can just participate, just watching TV and partaking in the drinks. What else? 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 What else?
Approaching 3rd Street and Avenue East.
I'm gonna work with those people again, or for the first time. Shop at Hermes. Shop there last year. So there's this really cute yellow pen. It wasn't selling. I was looking for a color that I didn't have already. My pencil. Yeah, there was orange and yellow. I want to attend Arl or just a random event at the shopping center. People price. I'm the ideal girl for some because some men are like do white collar, blue collar, gold crown. So I can be in a bird, or I can be at the Tobas Center, I can be at the Intercontinental all the same week. And then there are men that are like all the sea at the Intercontinental. I don't do anything above fast food, but it can be healthy. And what else? So anything with a drive-through for the most time, does even Starbucks. And some people are like, I never leave my home, so I host parties and bring people over to meet them and see who I'm compatible with, and then our cooks for myself and that person. Some meal that I like or that works, and to use my family or to have passed down the mofongo that not all girls get. So some people are like in France are like, I wish it would be already financially stable and available so that I can invite her over to try my mofongo in my castle and see if her travel because I invite 20 people at a time, thousands at a time. I greet almost every one of them. Not necessarily because I don't read them all, doesn't mean that I'm not attracted to someone I may be shy. And then later send on an invite. Narrow it down, like it's just dinner, follow me, what does it mean, colleagues. They just get to know, but I never do competition of like this one is better than the other one, or this one. It's like I'm just here with colleagues and I'm just testing them individually. For me to invite them on a day, and they always leave satisfied. They never complain. They sometimes even leave with gifts. What else? Sometimes I invite them individually. Sometimes I say, look at that, those two get along. Do you know each other? Great. I miss host you two separately. What else? I make this party like that. What else? I'm bored. Is my phone still charged or starting? Not yet. Until I got opportunities and got a framing. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. You can decapitate everyone that's in the way of your saving money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my house. Another keyboard. I want a keyboard. On the first floor of that building sometimes. What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? I want breakfast tacos in the morning. There's a taco blanket or somewhere now. I'm doing great. This is my second day. I'm not posting. Who it is that steals from me gets in the way of your savings. That stays in my homes with all my permission. Don't chase the bus. I've been already a few times. I don't have any friends. The places that steal from me went to stalk me in the places where I was working, trying to get financial stability for myself, to provide for myself, to get money. They're stupid. Those people that I grew up around, for the most part, people that they introduced to me are stupid, very dumb, very girls trying to rape me. It's disgusting. It's both females and males. They're disgusting. What else? So my Facebook became a fiery of sorts that bothers me, but I don't remember why I can kill this person. Is self-defense for stealing from me, Thank you, money.
Approaching Martin and Santa Rosa.
What else? 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 So my children dating get along with their dad until I'm financially stable and I have a home. What a baby guy. Took them to Mexico last year, the year before to Italy. I was taking them to Disney, to the beach, to Miami. In the past 5 years, so lovely. The kids tell me all about their trips. Or while they're at their trips, they talk to me whether through text or phone call. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else?
Approaching Martin and Leona.
I'm gonna shop at HEB later and cook for myself later. I'm running out of money for food. Or electricity in there. A victim of a hate crime, domestic violence, and domestic abuse. Sex addicts and porn addicts want to rape me so badly, so gross. And they're mostly everyone in my family abortions relatives, honestly, neighbors, so embarrassing. That they're that stupid. Ew. So I've exposed them in the past 5 years publicly on Facebook, social media entirely. What else? What else? What else? And I'm not deleting those posts ever. That happened to me. I'm that desirable. That are not anymore. That is brag worthy. What else? 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 Ooh. So 14 now heads over to Central. What else? I'm bored. Had some chambray for myself. It's freezing. I would have shot a foot longer. I shot that rubber sister.
Central Plaza.
I have a McDonald's later up. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored.
Caution, RAS is moving. Precaución, rampa en movimiento. Please exit through the rear door. Favor de salir por la puerta trasera.
Right there. What else? What else? It's not my vehicle. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Zero people are watching zero pictures. Oh, I should take pictures of the clouds and the sun, and then this could be my morning post tomorrow.
Older adults and persons with disability who require special accommodations at the exit through the front door. Los adultos mayores y las personas con una discapacidad que requieren acomodaciones especiales pueden salir a través de la puerta principal. Colorado.
And steals my stays in my house with at least naming them because there's some pictures where people have reason. And it's the people that steal from me. Every time that I was at this place. Today I didn't bring up anyone that steals from me, guys. That was yesterday. And I'm on track to do that today. Except I laugh because there's some pictures there of people that steal from me that I suffer from amnesia. So I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Why do I want to kill them in self-defense? And I know that I'll win. Like, I won't even have to go to jail for it. However, like, I wouldn't kill someone in self-defense unless, like, knowing the motive of it. I don't need I would consider that wasting my time to have a debriefing. I don't guess you need a debriefing, seems like. Look on it. What else says I am not mad? But I've been starved literally for the past 5 years. Like mostly everyone in my family wars and their relatives, colleagues, and neighbors are very It's been more than 4 years since I speak to my family and I'm so happy about that. I don't speak to their colleagues, relatives, and neighbors either. I don't speak to Jimmy. That's my happiness. That's usually how I have my home. Myself, Jade, and Kehlani, and then the person that checks out my groceries. Walmart, Target, that lovely person that helped me to ignore customer service through the phone, shipping me a watch that I bought for a year. That wasn't online. She found it in a store. What else? Because I needed it in 2 days and I couldn't find it anywhere. So she found it in a store and she made it happen. I received it in 2 days. So lovely. Without the box, but that was a good fight. That was the person working at the store and maybe they're like, oh, she wants it so fast. Here it is.
That's moving.
That happens. It was a Madonna watch. Thank you for that.
aquí por la puerta trasera.
What else? So yeah, that right day. Seen dahlias at the Roseville Mall buried in my day. There's YSM now there. I used to smile on my vacation. And I possibly visited a few times. I used to order a lot. From the catalog one for Rico. What else? 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 No shame. Thank you. What else? What's all? It has nothing to do if one is better than another person or not. Some people. I'm gonna shop at HEB and I'm gonna go for it and make soup. Mozzarella cheese, pearls, and onion, some garlic, plantain ideally. Some I made to make soup for myself. Some bread, cheese, avocado. Oatmeal, yogurt, or overnight oats, and raspberries. Dark chocolate, mini chocolate chips. Liver almonds. Miss you didn't like liver almonds, raspberries. What else was in the pack? Sometimes blueberries. Mangoes were great in them. What else did they offer? Peanut butter, maybe? Almond butter, definitely. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I love those small jars. 15 of them. I remember like doing a lineup in the last school that I was doing of myself. I remember Kehlani being by my side, Jaden being by the other side. And it's like, okay, a scoop of yogurt here. Your turn, your turn. I'm making a second one. Whoa. You're in school or during the nighttime. Oh, you're going with your dad. I don't do drugs. I'm like, oh, you're gonna be with your dad tomorrow. Make that a double. So I would eat overnight oats in the morning and to not get depressed because they Kehlani wouldn't be with me and I'm poor and a victim of so much abuse. I'm like, whatever. I'm here getting really full and healthy with another overnight out, and then that would motivate me to cook pasta or some other dish for myself. So we were doing like a yogurt, now your turn, with just like one measuring cup or a measuring spoon, pass it down. Here's the cinnamon, here's the vanilla. What else? What else? Stir, 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 stir almonds. Make it remember. I love those plastic lids. Then I found for those ball jars. Was it Target? I want to say it's Amazon. But it could have been Target. But it was definitely Amazon. What else? 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 Is doing that right there too. when he and I lived together, or he would prepare his own blankets time for overnights. I love that. It's like I would never have to be like, este hombre un vago, siempre está sentado, never. Pero wouldn't. It's like bouncing my titties while steering. Getting a spank in the ass and being called sexy by a girl while steering. Or I'm like, oh my God, he's like, I don't get it, but what else? What else? What? Someone's excited for the dark chocolate. What else? What else? I'm so bored. I miss my lazy boy sectional. Do I miss my lazy boy sectional? That was a great purchase. Thank you so much for the salesperson that reminded me to keep the pillows as the same fabric as the sectional, and then I can always add or switch the pillows. That's a great idea. I feel like pillows can make it outdated. What else? Which I was so. Then when I visited rooms to go, I'm like, I'll just take these pillows. Oh, but that was so I didn't have to buy wall art. Poor guy was working full time, was taking the kids to school, picking them up at the youth center. So I'm like, whatever, I don't want to have to buy art for my living room at the moment. I'll just pick these pillows. And they were like exactly what I looked. What else do I want from HEB? Dark chocolate caramels, water, bananas, apples. What else? Pasta. Let's say no Alfredo sauce. It's cream, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper. I can't remember the rest. The store bar is fine sometimes for me. Just what's the preservative when I take my last breath? Ideally, in my hundreds, I'll be like, didn't know that. I don't want to be adding way too much of this. I've heard French bread, Gouda cheese, slice of American cheese, maybe butter, maybe frozen waffles to make them in my oven. Pancake mix I have in my apartment. Ugh. And when I get electricity, I can possibly toss it and buy one because I don't like something in the pantry for like so long. It may not be the right temperature for it, so it can have like bacteria, possibly. I don't know. I'm just gonna toss it. I'm not using it. What else? I want beans. Oh, I want black beans and cheese quesadilla. That would be so good. Do I buy black beans? I've already been mashed. I'll play my own black beans mashed and add cheese. What cheese? Some white cheese. Some white cheese. And this is here. I'm getting my bus pass. And healthy-ish. So today, normally the people that's feeling. Then another year's money, stay my homes and all my commercial. Steal my money and steal from me my homes. I was doing this money, it was their alone. That is so frustrating. Pero I had an idea because I said, well, some people that were being abused while I was a child went through what I've gone through like 2-3 years trying to remember who their abusers are and reporting it to the police. Yeah, not by choice. I would rather be a locantera. Pero my dad says that I would be a locantera. And not seeking the penalty for the people it steals from me, and he gets affected by that because they worship his dick. Well, he knows that they steal from me. And he says that's disgusting. So I'm like, because my dad is in on this. And I don't have any parents that I can say, well, can you help me? What else? What else? And my mother also, before she died, supports me seeking the penalty for the that steals from me, stays in my home without my permission, and steals my vehicles. I knew that it would be like upwards to 5 years, hopefully not 10. Or there might have been someone in my family of origin that resorted to hanging out with the aggressors. And would be like, I don't even remember my name right now, someone help me. They rely on them on like, hey, mob us, because they think they're gonna hold them accountable and get money quicker. They're like, they call the aggressor and say, what bus should I get right now? And I don't money for food. And the person's gratifying themselves sexually because they're sex addicts, rapists, murderers, thieves, and porn addicts that steal from the person to get that phone call. So they're like, I just got on 103. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have money for you. So they never take accountability. It's like the person is very mature without harassing them, saying, I just got in a bus right now and I don't money for food. And they're like, oh, ¿cuánto te montaste? 103. Wow. They have no rhythm and they play into and they have no rhythm. They're scum. Ew. They're embarrassing. They're sex addicts, murderers, rapists, thieves, porn addicts. They have no rhythm. They have no life. They're cocaine and nada. In the past 5 years, what have I done? What else? Anyways, you can now drink water. Inside of myself, like how I had one spill. Decades ago, I said to my dad, but I don't ever have spills. It's like it's a containment issue. I was like, do you really want to? So I was like, do you want to drink water in a bathroom? Like, not really, but I have to use water to brush my teeth. And some bus rides are very long. And ones is why I have to get off just to get water. Drinking out of these concerns, like no one should ever read that rush. To not be able to say I'm stopping at Central Market, I'm stopping at H-E-B, buying water, drinking water from the water fountain, saying hi to someone, walking out with some snacks or fruit or some toilet paper for later that doesn't get ruined. So no one should ever read that rush. To need water inside of us as a life or death situation.
Get there with care. Don't chase the bus. Approaching Sar Zamora between Potosi and Maria.
I've been to H-E-B, I've been to Central Market, I've shopped at Trader Joe's, I've shopped at Whole Foods, I've shopped at where else? Even the corner store where I live at Springstep. What is that? 76 Phillips. What else? What else? I've shopped at Target, Starbucks, Old Navy, I browsed at New Balance, I ate at the corner bakery, I ate at Grimaldi's, I ate at Chili's, I ate at Paisanos, Lucianos. I ate at McDonald's, I ate Chick-fil-A. In the past 5 years, under the poverty level and homeless, I shopped at Old Navy, I shopped at Gap, I shopped at Nike, I shopped at Ulta, I shopped at Walmart, I shopped at AT&T. In the past 5 years, under the poverty level, I ate at Stoneworks, I ate at Panera, I ate at La Madeleine, I ate at South Flores Pizza. Royal Blue Grocery has string cheese from there the other day. So good. What else? So basically, the people that steal from me, the ones that stay in my homes, that don't have permission, steal my vehicles, that get in the way we receive money, that steal from me my personal home, are coquinos and nada. They're inservibles. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm heading over to Catholic Charities to Oxford. Let's see. There's fruit there. Do I need a vacuum for my apartment? I guess this is winter next year. Yeah, he said I need to pay. Did my siblings cry to people to such as CNN? They do that privately for. Okay, so. Oh, but she's not coming back. I thought she's never talking to me. And people are like, you're gonna be okay. She's just your sister. Not even your mom should be attached to you. They start screaming to those people and say you're gonna be okay. Because my siblings are sex addicts and they're porn addicts. They scream and people they give the interview and they scream, so you're gonna be sucking my dick or sucking my dick instead of my sister. They're disgusting. disgusting. Just because they're not on your favorite channel, it doesn't mean provided for people to see it. It's like, why don't you go on inviting people to clubs too, so that they see how grossly you behave? They're like, well, that's what I may do. I'm just gonna invite them to an orgy and rape them. They're stupid. They're stupid. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo, you can decapitate Gigolo, you can decapitate Maria Lorenzo. They steal from me, they get in the way where you're saving money, they steal my vehicles, they stay in my homes without my permission. So I can't be with my man, they rape it, yeah. And they're trying to rape Dating money on my cell phone. They want fame to kill people more. Millions of people that they've already killed in the past 40-something years that I've been alive. So that's why they're never on the news. What else? If I had been a rape victim, I would have been dancing on the Los menoritos asquerosos are they've possibly taken everyone that rapes them there, trying to show me pictures of them. Yo las llevé a ella porque ella no sabe, ella se sabe publicar, you know? Yeah, they're doctors. They're disgusting. I mean, alone. Yep. Thank you. Cogen a uno de rehén literalmente. When was the last time that I had sex? In 2016. Well, he goes on to put his dick wet, raping people for the past 30 years. He's disgusting. I think his name is Albert Leach Basura Alex Andrew. Qué asqueroso que puerco es. Ew. He's trying to take me hostage, trying to kill me before his brother has sex with me. They're stupid. They're stupid, so gross. Embarrassing. Ew. What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Anyways, I'm doing great. This is my first day of not posting on Facebook about the people that abuse me, that steal from me, that get in the way of embarrassing money, and steal my money. What else? Deja que se den cuenta lo insignificantes son para mí. Is what I laughed about. In 2020, they thought that I would be like, but honey, please marry us, I got food. That wasn't the deal with the girl anyways. He literally provided for me and said to me, I'll provide for you while you live with me. And he didn't want me to leave. What else? And he said that he'll provide for Jada and Kehlani. Even if I can't provide for Jada and Kehlani, but if I can provide for myself, Jada and Kehlani need to seek the death penalty for the people that steal from me, the same way homes without my permission to steal my vehicles and get in the way of embarrassment. That was over 2 decades ago that he said that to me. What else? What else? I'm so bored. They think I'm gonna get the secretary job here. Since they're sex addicts or not. I'm bored. Am I having a part two?
bibliotecas? When financial state, one plan to travel planning, provide daily programs, one. I'm excited about that. What else is your date of birth? 6/19/1980.
Your name?
Arlene Lorenzo. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just definition. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my food and my water in my homes. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. It's May. Is it 8th or 7th? Oh, interesting. I haven't checked the date. I think it's 7th. 2029. I'm heading over to Bibliotheca West on 8th. Maybe I'll get an apple at $18 later at $43 a footstep. I'm no illegal prostitute like mostly everyone in my family of origin is. They're trying to show as if I do drugs and I'm an illegal prostitute just by getting a sad lunch. They call me servible, I don't have good habits, that I'm always doing the wrong thing, that I have Alzheimer's. Mostly everyone in my family of origin is a porn addict, thief, a murderer, a rapist, and a sex addict. They're so disgusting, I always expose them. My health has declined significantly in the past 12 years, sadly, due to me being a victim of starvation. I never got money for it. What else? They think that's gonna make me run towards them. Be like, let's be besties, please. Pay me some food. I'll give you my company. They think that this is me giving them my company, these videos. They'll back off and want to kill themselves, hopefully, when they realize that I'm talking to the general public, everyone who listens, that I'm speaking to the police and the court, even if I don't tag the FBI in my posts. They're stupid. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is stupid. Ew. Not about elephants. For maybe homeless. Hi. Is the study room available?
No, you can go ahead and book that off for you. Just give me 1 second. No,
What was your question?
the 27th. Okay, what was your first and last name?
Arlene.
All right, and you should be good to head back.
Okay. Until when?
Until 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Fun. And I'm eating food, drinking water, and the book that I plan to complete. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Those leeches that I grew up around want to know what time I wake up, when I sleep, because they're masturbating to me, so they get angry. That if they masturbated to me, and that was the day that. Then later they found out that it was shopping a Plaza America, they want to kill themselves. They're like, ew, I said the whole day. Then I can masturbate to her all the time because I won't be confused with the hours that she's at Plaza America. They're that disgusting. They're embarrassing. And this family abortion form. What happened with this? Charge. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Is it pregnant? Is it charging? Possibly not. It is. Is my laptop charging? Seems to be. Well, no, so yesterday I was saying, honey, I didn't give up Jaden. I didn't give up Katie. Anyway, so I was laughing at mostly everyone in my family, abortions, relatives, neighbors, and colleagues, because I never think about them. And they masturbate to me every day as if I'm in love with them. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Masturbation isn't even encouraged. But if you decide to masturbate, you should masturbate to the thought of yourself, never a person. That isn't yourself. I don't get it. Those people that are get wrong, they don't get it. Is this charging or not? They seem to work. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? I may just leave mine. Oh, I found this. No charging. The monitor is a problem. I would book a trip for myself on the yacht today. I hate need this right now. There's no other. On this table? Or in this room? Or I need to charge my laptop. I don't know where I'm going. I don't have money. I can't eat it today. What else? What else? One more. One more. I'm eating these. Oh, I could leave my laptop charging. And the backpack. I'm running over to the online very possibly. Probably. It's over to the breakfast. Something. Those are these two right here.
Yeah, alright, go ahead and try it now.
It's working, thank you. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? More. More. That sounds fun. Oh, it's so hard. Master. very low quality internet. And video on my phone. Sometimes. I haven't been on quick seriously. I may just want to make coffee and take it. Like it seems like everyone else was doing in 2017. That's hilarious, the high fives. There is a bus there. What else? What else? Music. Okay, my inboxes. Hopefully someone has gifted me money. It's my second full day on Facebook. Where I don't blame the people that steal from me, get in the way of me receiving money. Stay in my homes without my permission to steal my vehicles. I started doing that on the dating in 2020 when I ran out of money in 2018. What else? What else? What else? What else? All positivity, right? When I am a nurse or two, I plan to be friends that I happen to have on Facebook, hoping that people will give me money. I might just post and not have any friends on Facebook. Or have people as I meet them in person. I'll be like, let's be friends on Facebook. Mwah, mwah. I love what you're doing. But that remodel, that building, so pretty. My new nail girl, my new hair girl. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? My new friend. Right now. Anyways, I love her. I tell my mom that all the time. And I'm just. What else? New bestie that we just give me money to shop with me, but I love it. Dinners are really so much fun. I reciprocate with my smile. She's not my sugar mama, she's just very generous. With her time, everybody must see her. She's like, shopping, I want to see what you did that I was in. Because you let me see that for myself. Oh God, have you seen this non-leech, anti-leech wash something I use with my body language show when I like something very much. This is my goal for today. On that sandwich. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, my siblings are so blessed, possibly having sex today with those Suarez boys. Wow. What? What else was the mockery and the sarcasm? Big enemies for a few seconds. I miss dating and Miss Kaylani. I miss dating and Miss Kaylani. And her carrots. I'm not eating you dry chicken. I want to sign up for clay creation. Even digital skills training would be fun. I wonder what the happens in this room. Pixel art. I would sign up if I had somebody like that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And this dinner is yawning. When do I get my children back? And I didn't need to have the separator from me just to buy one police report. Jalen was with me last year. He visited. I texted Kaylani that day. Like, your brother's here. I had Kaylani since November 2020. I haven't had Jalen since July 2024. Unborn. They have announced yes, Roberto Francisco Prevason. Is that his real name or not? Thank you, Puerto Rico. I've been waiting for you to tell me. That's why I didn't click on the link earlier. Who is it that I posted? Did I post that? I read that they picked one. I would never rush. If CNN tells me or NBC, I want to hear it from a Puerto Rican. Even if that means waiting a few minutes some days. Estado Lorenzo. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Anyways, who is Roberto Francisco Prevost gave away his name so that people don't ever confuse him with Catholicism exists. 69 years? Oh, yeah. Woohoo! What's his abdominal strength there? American Peruvian. So it was a France. I want steak with eggs, yuca, and rice today. However, I think I'm making churrasco where it wasn't the previous 120. And then topping it with an egg. Now it's over to United States news station. Trying to take attention from me, possibly to work in the United States, but from Puerto Rico. And I'm not saying, look at me, but it's also so that people don't go on hurting themselves. with my poverty situation. I just had a sacrament from Catholic Charities. That's right. That's true. And I did the Catholic thing. I had 2 babies. Man and woman there. No, I don't know about him. I feel that he's a hostage of leeches, so I don't ever consider him having any other significant others, though he's bisexual. So is my kid. Both of them. Like Planned Parenthood would say, they would be rather than men. I want chocolate chip cookie. Where does one get? Where does it do? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Nordstrom now delivers the same day, doesn't it? Isn't there Nordstrom? Same day deliver, right? Or pick up in store. What else? What else? What else? Back to this. No. What's his name again? What else? First my English. And when he calls for peace, is peace. Now get out the knives and people. Back to the US. What else? 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 Is there a video where he speaks? Not here, but YouTube. We'll have. Heads over to YouTube CNN as if I were my parents' home. Or Telemundo saying, according to CNN.
My name is Kate Tice, Senior Quality Systems Engineering Manager here at SpaceX. And
I eat all my chips. It just feels so weird. Pro-American meal. Like ham and cheese. Do I want to eat mac and cheese today? What else? Habemos papá. Tenemos un papá. We have a boat. Toda la gente que hoy no trabajó no hizo nada. ¿Ya blanco? Chili and waffles, plantain, sofrito.
has been elected as the 267th successor of St. Peter.
Cardinal Prevost was the leader of the Vatican's office for the dicastery of bishops, the Vatican dicastery of bishops. He is someone who spent
I want to see the house.
as bishop in Peru as a missionary.
I love the selection of red and pink the other day that I saw in a picture. Jaden has one. Oh, that's it. And he's relatable. Not necessarily that they partook in that. Yes. He only wears red all the time. More often. Por tantos trabajos llegar ahí. Porque qué cogió uno. Y ayer no escogieron. Y a veces quizás yo lo había cogido y no. Bueno, sea mañana, sea mañana. So has his name Robert Prevost? Does it go Prevost? What else? It's so weird. That is so weird. That his family goes around with an album. This is el cuando chiquito. Aquí cuando estás en el río. Look at his gold spoon. Nos llevamos un día a Applebee's. I mean, Julie's birthday. Okay, that was the most fine dining later. Y cuando nos llamamos de eso. What else? Oh, how do I say this to make it line? I like this. Screenshot. Photo. Sí leo. Also, we're looking for a non-rapist, sex addict here. That's what I imagine they also say. But I found some share screens. This screenshot didn't get on there. So now. I just texted Jaden, good morning. Is he embarrassed and called his relatives, his mother-in-law? Said I told you. I don't know what that is. I'm vegetarian. Just when I'm gonna turn on my Italian on every single time. My parents used to.
Who has given up his life for God. I also like this greeting of peace to families and to all those people wherever they are. All peoples throughout
Those that
the
are
world,
starving, right?
peace be with you.
Like the only fuck buddy that I'm like, there's so many letters in my origin.
The resurrecting Christ.
But some people call them the one with most monkeys following.
Perseverant peace which comes from God. God who loves us all unconditionally.
Oh, they practice celibacy. Because they're bragging, some of them, and it's an insult. I don't take it as an insult
Voice
to me because some of them say, well, we just didn't run into her at McDonald's one day. Or any of them are really nice. Oh, qué linda esa. Finally te decidiste a salir de tu casa. Literally, esa mujer nunca sale de su casa. Y hoy que me cometían este trabajo
allow me
por unos años, porque yo tengo
for
morir.
that blessing. God loves us. God loves
Ella salió
everyone.
de su casa, mírala qué linda. Yo la quiero mirar así también.
We are all in the hands of God.
So they're basically bragging. They're like, I'm too
Therefore,
sexy.
without fear, united
Then I didn't find
with
anyone.
God and amongst ourselves.
Or I don't get
let
it.
us go
So I can
forward.
take that sturdy that had
We are
pee
disciples of Christ.
in it minutes prior,
Christ goes
possibly.
before us. The world needs his
I
light.
rather like my own fingers
Humanity
and call
needs
myself
him
sexy.
like the bridge to God and his love.
Oh, it's hilarious to my parents that because I was there like, pero nena, cállate, deja los comentarios para todo.
Others too.
Mira, Ramos, sí, la estoy escuchando. Ella está practicando su speech para otro día. Y a esta gente no le gusta competir. So, bitch, this is my day.
Thank you to Pope Francis.
What else? What else do you think they stay single? They don't want to be killing for dick or pussy. So
I should also like to thank
they're like, oh, aquí nadie me lo pero me voy.
Cardinal
I don't do slim
who has
pickings.
chosen me to be the successor of Peter
What else? What else? What
and
else?
to walk with you as a united church, always seeking peace and justice, seeking to work with
When was
men and
this?
women who are faithful to Jesus Christ without fear to proclaim the gospel, to be missionaries.
I go to Shop Chanel. Which one is it? Barton Creek, the main. What else? I love the Galleria. What is the North Park Center? And I've been to Frisco. What else? What else? What else? What else? City Creek Center, I've been to too. The shops at Mercantile. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed money. Congratulations. Did my kids respond or like me?
The one knows the unexpected can put everything on the line.
Is
But
this
with a
the
teammate like
one?
Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
So I start live on the computer. So I can charge my phone. Siempre hay un vago que visita. What else? What else? I'm going to order food from Uber Eats today. Who's buying me food today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Hungry, tired, lonely, bored, poor, broke actually, homeless, working without electricity in my apartment, and without money to pay for fees, I might as well be homeless. And I'm typing now. Who's gifting me money today? Is my second day of being positive. Circumstances and not bringing up the names of the people that steal from me dating Kehlani. Excuse me, I just burped. What else? What else? What else? What else? I should go through my Google Photos and make a picture for tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be my first post of the day. I order food for myself. Luna Rosa delivers here or no? What is this? Bibliothèque. So enter. And it may have been a click or two too much. In the wrong area of the web page. I need a visit to the dentist. I need to get my teeth clean. What else? 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 Bibliothèque West. What else? 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 Who delivers here? Right now, just of lunch. Arroz con gandules, tostones, pernil, maybe some yuca. Who's gifting me money? What else? I want a quick meal. And a pina colada. I wonder if I can order I want the pernil bowl or the carne frita bowl. The pernil bowl is so good. Had that several times already. They don't do pina colada though. That's good to know. I wonder if I could call the restaurant and say, hey, I have an Uber Eats order. Can you send that? Very unlikely, very not. It may depend how personal they can get. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't suck dick illegally for that privilege or marry the guy for that But I smile. Could you really do this? Maybe not. Pero that was important. Good. Where's customary to just be like, or that smile? I'll do as he says, another step. I don't maybe not with Uber Eats because that may be like something that is married to the order. What else? What else? What else? What else? So many options. I can be ordering from here all the time and never starve, except on Mondays, Tuesday when it's closed. But also other restaurants are open on those days. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Marriott. I might have, this is my spam folders, literally. What else? What else? What else? I can't get into my email. I don't remember the password. For a long time. It's been a long time, more than 5 years since I signed it into my actual inbox. This is like where I'm like, yeah, only I want for shipping or some discount right now. So I just created this email for that purposes. What else? 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 I'm bored. Or I don't know what I'll do. Pero Google photos. I'm bored. I'm bored. What can I use from here? Ugh. That I can post to this. I may send to myself. Oh, but this is my camera on the original picture. What else? Not liking a hotel that I would like to stay. This is cute, but I can just get it from here. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I have a picture possibly of what is it? Oh, breakfast. Magnolia Pancake House. Did I get spots down there? I don't know. Ugh, I hate it. Stay at hotel provided by girl. I was dating with Ganoni. It's my first full day on Facebook. I mean, my second full day on Facebook. Of not accusing the leeches to steal from me, to save my homes without my permission, to steal my vehicles, that get in the way of me saving money, that cause for Jada and Kenani to be separated from me, that are trying to rape me, Jada and Kenani. So disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What is it? This was my favorite. Oh, that's my backup Facebook account. What else? Oh, my interests for the most part ish. Local for the most part too. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. It's shopping restaurant. That is what I thought earlier that I'm posting. This was, I don't know. This other write up. have that stressful. That was in 2021. I'm bored. Maybe 22. I have that. What is this? You just sent this to the international. Oh, to the blue. Do I not have the email address possibly? I used to take 2 screenshots, one of the message and one with the email address. Anyways, I already made this public. What else? Anyways, I get distracted and I hate that. So I have that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's not this one, not that one either. Phone. What else? What else? What else? What else? There's a post where there's like more. This maybe. This. Today's the second day that I don't accuse people on Facebook publicly of stealing from me, of staying in my homes without my permission, or stealing my vehicles and getting the way of me receiving money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else is gifting me money today? I'm gonna pay my credit card's like almost $23,000. What else? I'm bored. I'm looking for pictures that I can add to. It's the original one. I like this. The corner of HEB. There's a lot of florists. There's no. Why is it fine? Oh, it's full. That happens. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm a student. Is going on here. This is a good use of my time. I'm just gonna head over here instead of my phone's on.